America legislate for morality. The Prohibition era was the great social experiment in the history of mankind because they legislated. That means they passed a law to ban the production, distribution and consumption of alcohol, and that law lasted for 12 years in America. It's called the Prohibition era. Later in the year we'll be studying the New Zealand version called the Temperance Movement, the late 19th century where the lobby started. The lobby started in America, and we'll look at how they tried to do the same thing here in New Zealand to stop it. It's like the marijuana debate in a sense. So in this case here they're saying, look, we managed to successfully, with an amendment to the Constitution, ban the production, distribution and consumption of alcohol. So you couldn't go to pubs, bars and so on, right? Now this proposition here says if we accept that the idea behind prohibition was to apply restrictions on moral behaviour, to go up and have a nice little drink of an evening, how is it then that organised crime, which is the classic immoral behaviour, people that are controlling alcohol, prostitution, gambling, all those sorts of things, expanded at the very time that prohibition was in operation? Okay, so we've got that. Now, it may or may not be a direct relationship. It's up to you to establish in your research part about those links. And you'll find that there's a lot of research that's been done on that. And in fact, you will often read in history books and they'll say, well, you know, Al Capone gave his huge impetus. He built his empire in the 1920s in an era when alcohol was banned. Because you think about it, if I buy watered down gin from Al Capone or his agents, and I complain, who am I going to complain? I can't complain to the police, because alcohol is illegal. But I want to drink gin, and he sold me diluted gin, and I say, well, you bastard, you sold me diluted gin. You know, I can't take him on, because he'll machine gun me, kill me, you know. But the thing is, it becomes a bit of a problem, and you'll see that in the 1920s, organised crime expands quite considerably. They gain their foothold at a time when something is actually illegal. It's quite interesting little experiment. What I do love about that is when Franklin D. Roosevelt repealed the Prohibition Amendment, he said in a fireside chat to Americans, he said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for a beer. What a wonderful thing to say to the president. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for a beer. Because he thought, well, the experiment was ridiculous, you know, and actually they realised that it was, you know, they had to get some degree of normalcy. Okay, the next one.